This is Nick with Junkie Bass Studios. Thank you for tuning in for another and Lazy Ass Destroyer, and I am excited to have him here again. I have done just the other week did Lazy Ass Destroyer. So, and we are much stoked because we have quite a bit to talk about. He is doing Jesus Cop, which I just got done talking with Rob earlier today. And there is a lot going on. And Al, you've had some hectic times going on since the last time I seen you over the summer. Yeah, you've had some hecticness going on. You've had some gear stolen and quite a few things going on. And we got quite a bit to talk about and some cool guitars to talk about. So you've got a pretty interesting pink guitar to talk about, and let's just get talking shop because man, you've got some quite a few stories to tell. So, like, seriously, first off, I really want to hear about this Hello Kitty guitar because this guitar has been one that I've been fascinated with since I've seen you on stage, which it shocked me how good this guitar sounded.
Hold on a sec. This is the reissue of the Hello Kitty guitar.
Yes.
It may say Squire on the headstock, but when I started playing this thing on stage, I was like, oh, no, this is way too nice of a guitar to be using with this band. Because this is a Fender wearing a Squire badge. It's quality wood, it's a high quality neck, and I wasn't too thrilled with that because we don't bring our good guitars, we bring our junk guitars because they get smashed, they get broken, and we don't want that with investment grade guitars. I bought this for $800 from Guitar Center. I've seen them for $1,200 online because it was a limited edition.
And that guitar, and I will say that guitar, and I was shocked because after you guys got done performing, I actually went up and talked to you, and I was like, "Holy crap! What was the rig you were running through? Because that sounded phenomenal on stage. What were you running through when you guys got done performing? It sounded like that. And you were like it was actually just a simple setup.
It's a very simple setup. Well, this is a stock Fender pickup that I used that just came with this one. I used size 8 strings because I beat the hell out of them. The only that's dirty. The only modification I did is I changed the strap buttons to the type that I use, the Dunlop ones, so that my strap doesn't fall off.
No joke, you're only running 8s on that thing, and it's got that much tone on 8s. Wow, that is shocking.
Beat the hell out of it.
Now I can understand not wanting to take good guitars because like that is totally shocking. Now I will say the reason, if you have not been to a Green Jello show, the reason they do not take their high-end guitars on tour is oh my goodness,
we can't afford high-end guitars. And number two, there's so much pandemonium on stage.
Yes.
That all the puppets, and usually there are like 30 people up there on the stage. We've had as many as 8 bass players, 4 guitar players, 6 singers, and a drummer on stage with us all at the same time. And so you just don't want to get in anybody's way. One show in like Baton Rouge, we're playing with the Juggalos, and we had this guitar player who thought he was the show. And so he's storming around on the stage like a gorilla. And I had this, he called himself the gorilla. And I had this cute little juggalette trip him to, so he would learn his place. We had 7 guitar players, 2 bass players, and a drummer, and 6 singers that day.
Oh, jeez.
And so we don't have room for people storming around. We barely have room to move. I was playing bass at that time.
Oh,
But
geez.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. But what I use on stage is guitar. Going into in Europe, I use this. It's a Fender Mustang 3 Micro. Plugs
No
right into
joke.
the guitar. And this is a modeling amplifier that you plug into a headphone and listen to.
No
Well,
joke.
I plug into the eighth of an inch jack here and go into my wireless and send it out and into a direct box, and then it goes to the PA. And
No
I have
shit.
control of my stage volume right here. This little knob here, it goes up and down. It's like I'll start here, which is about 25%, and the sound guy be like, "Can you turn that up a little bit?" Which they never say to guitar players. And so I'll put it on half, and he'd be like, "Okay, that's good." And then I'll walk around in front, and I can't hear it out in front because sound guys never put guitars in the PA because they don't know what they're doing. I'm a lighting guy, I can say that.
Yeah.
And so I'll take the volume and I'll turn it all the way up, and all of a sudden I can hear what I'm playing, and everybody else can hear too because it's not just the singers and it's not just the drums, it's guitar and bass too. And so it's all part of a package. But this is a modeling amp, which means it can do any sound you want it to do. And
Nice.
so when I play through the amp on stage, which is the 100-watt version of this with speaker and everything,
Mhm.
I will put it on a setting called Still of the Night, which is the John Sykes guitar sound from the 1987 White Snake album.
No
And
shit.
so that's why it sounds so freaking monstrous.
No shit. That is your.
Yeah.
That is. Oh, that is wild. That is your. No joke. That is wild.
Yep.
Okay, that is trippy because like when I used to be before my back went out and I used to play electric live, I used to run around with a half stack. I had a custom 4x12 cab. I had two
Mm-hmm.
Eminence Canvas Rex and two Eminence Red, White, and Blues in a 4x12. And then I'd turn
Yeah.
around and I was running a PV 5150 head, so lugging that
Yeah.
around.
See,
So
with all those, you have to have a microphone on the speakers.
yep.
Well, the Fender Mustang 3 has a direct output for the guitars. And so we were doing a tour with the Convalescents in 24, and I just bought one from a lady in California.
Hmm.
And I bought it on Marketplace for like 220 bucks. And get down to San Diego, and I tell the sound guy, I want to try something. I want to plug, my guitar into the direct out in the back and see how it sounds.
Hmm.
And actually, this is in Redlands, which is Jello Lugosi's hometown. Another one of our. He's the main green Jello guitar
Yeah.
player right now. He's from Redlands, California, so we're doing a hometown gig for him. I tell the guitar player, I want to plug into the direct output on the amp and see how it sounds. And he came up to me afterwards, goes, "Man, that was great, but it cut out towards the end." I was like, "Yeah, it's because I was sitting over here playing on Titties to Clowns drum set."
Well, you know what? The craziest thing I found, I switched over to a night when Vox released the Night Train. I actually special
Mm-hmm.
ordered the Night Train when they first released those, the chrome ones way back. And
Yeah.
that thing that I when I could still play electric before my back went out, and those things were absolutely just gorgeous, just absolutely
See,
beautiful. And then, but
my
when my
main
back,
guitar player here in Texas, KC, is a Vox guy. He's he plays with it every once in a while now. He's got a real job, and so he can't like take off and run away with us.
mhm,
But yeah, he plays the Vox. But the main thing about having the direct box on the amplifier is that you're not picking up sound from a 12-inch speaker, which doesn't reproduce the high end very well, which is why guitars sound shrill coming through PAs.
mhm.
You're sending out all the frequencies through the direct box, through a direct output. And so the sound guy can just put it all flat and make adjustments to where he thinks it needs to be, and you turn it up, and it doesn't like have to have its high end boosted, and it sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah, I do traditional flamenco now, and that's like where that's my because like the
Alex
straps.
Skolnick does that too, man. It's great.
Yeah, yeah. It's I've got a Cordoba Gypsy King, and then I have a Cremona Rosa Luna,
Yeah,
and because the straps for my neuropathy, I can't do a strap on my shoulders anymore. It screws with my
right.
neuropathy, so I do all flamenco. But yeah, those are that's my passion now. But yeah, just being able to talk shop and find out now what other kind of axes you got because you've been playing a really long time. So I know you've got to have some sort of
Well,
collection.
I'll tell you another one I took on the road. This is
Oh,
a Gibson.
oh,
It's a
there's a beauty.
Gibson. It
There's a
was
beauty.
$300. I took it out on tour and I hated it because when I play, I will smack right here and I'm
Oh,
constantly hitting the volume switch.
yeah.
And so I'm constantly like, ugh, I hated it. And so I went to a pawn shop and got this Jackson. Still has the
Oh.
old tag on it, so we won't look at this very often. I think I used it once, but this came out.
See, I
And
used.
so sitting in the middle of Electric Harley House of Love, running to my car to get my tools out so I could fix the jack.
Oh,
Uh,
jeez.
Chris is holding the guitar for me while I'm doing this, and I'm still wearing my microphone, shouting along with Harley, fixing this thing. Got it going at the end of the song and finished up.
Awesome. The stuff that happens on stage is just freaking wild. The antics. Oh,
This is a red
geez.
guitar. This
Nice.
guitar's cursed.
Oh, is
I've
it?
had it for 40 years. It's mostly been a body. It started off just red with a white pick guard and an Antares neck because it's an Antares guitar. I was playing guitar tech on a show, and the guy who I was teching for could look at a guitar and it would go out of tune. So check this out. It's Fender. The hole here was bad. I couldn't put a tremolo bridge on it, so I put this Gibson stuff on it, along with the silver leg because C3PO has a silver leg. And so I just bought this neck and these strings and these nice real Grover tuners, a Seymour Duncan P90 pickup on it, and it still doesn't work because this guitar's cursed. The guy that I got the body from almost killed me with it. He took it and he just threw it down on the stage as I was running out to get it out of its way. So I was like, okay, that can just sit there.
Wow. Now I will tell you the wildest pickups I ever installed. If you ever want to drop some money, and I paid dearly for them, lace
Yeah.
alumitone humbuckers. I paid dearly for those. I think I paid it was like $800 for the set. But they were
Damn.
some yeah they were. I put them in one of my Jacksons. I used to be the Jackson Kelly. That's all I played was Jackson
I've got one of
Kellys.
those.
Yeah, those were my
They have
babies.
a
I
nice
had multiple.
Jackson Kelly.
Yeah, those were
This
my babies.
is the guitar that Tits McGee bought for me from a guy off a marketplace near Akron, Ohio. This was the first Hello Kitty guitar with a sticker that we put on it. It was originally a pig. It was supposed to be this with the Juggalette makeup for the
Hmm.
Gathering of the Juggalos. First time I played there with them in like 22. And then a bigger one for there. And then to be replaced with Carnage. But the Carnage one got destroyed in weather that day. And so it ended up being this. So Tits McGee goes over to pick it up and he starts playing with it. And the guy says, okay, you look like you know what you're doing with it. What are you going to do with it? He's like, oh, my guy's going to use it. He's like, okay, because he wasn't going to sell it if it was going to get trashed. It's like, no, it's not going to get trashed. I put 14s on it to get a really thick, fat sound because single coil. I only like fat single coils like on the P90. I don't really like these. And the 14's dug into the bridge, and so I've got to get some the baking soda and some super glue and fix that string because it's dug in a little bit.
You have a nice collection.
They follow me home. This is the bass that I use when I play bass. It is going to Poland with me in May. Its battery's dead.
Oh, wicked! I haven't seen one that lights up before.
I put LEDs in the electronic cavity.
Awesome.
I was looking. Okay, I bought this in 2020 from a pawn shop in Livingston, Texas, on the way out to take my sister back to the airport. And so I go into the pawn shop looking for something I could rip apart to turn into a 2020 guitar, which is, of course, all sticks of plywood and 2x4s jutting out whichever way.
Yeah.
And I saw this clear guitar, and I was like, okay, I have to have it.
Now, now I've never played an acrylic one, acrylic guitar or bass. How does that affect the sound?
This thing sounds great, and it's got all the logo. My buddy has a trophy shop, and so I called him up, and I'm like, hey man, if I give you all these, can you etch them in? He's like, sure. And so about a month later, my buddy calls me up and like, hey man, got your thing.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
I picked it up and I laughed so hard I gave him $100.
Freaking
so this
awesome.
is a cow god from the battleship. And I got an anarchy. That's the sun god there. I made a sun god puppet. Fred, Yuck, the green jello logo.
That is awesome.
LED runs off of a 9-volt battery.
No shit. That is freaking awesome.
Go grab another one real quick. Grab it.
I'm gonna have to get mine out. Mine are kind of dusty.
Okay, sorry about that. This one we bought to have autographed.
Nice.
I forgot it. We do a lot of benefits for friends because when you get old, all your friends start getting sick and dying and stuff. So you do benefits for them.
Yeah.
I was going to have the Dirty Honey guys autograph that one, but I forgot it. I bought this one in England because somebody dropped my main guitar and broke the neck.
Oh God.
And so it originally had this neck attached to it, which we took off. It's got a squire neck on it now. I don't know where the neck came from, but this one was on it, and I bolted it onto the main guitar. After we're running around buying pool noodles all day in Glasgow, Scotland, and get 5 strings tuned up, and Bill goes, "Okay, time to go fuck the donuts." So it's like, okay, I'm playing with 5 strings tonight. I'm getting an echo here. And so I went up and played 5 strings on this. So the main guitar is this. I will give you the start from here. Nice Grover tuners I bought in 1986, a nice Kramer neck I bought in 1986 that I don't think is a Kramer neck because Kramer's silk screens or stuff on. They don't make stickers. So here's what we got for the main guitar.
Oh wow.
I don't know why I left this home on that one tour. I took it to England and it fell out of the car and broke the neck right here. For the second time, by the way. It's been broken there twice. And so it's been repaired twice. This is the most recent repair. Screws through there, screws through there. And it's got the Hello Kitty pickguard of Squire part, a Kramer supposedly neck, Grover tuners, Seymour Duncan P90 pickup, because Righteous Sound has a 2-month wait on their pickups. That's what my boy John Notto from Dirty Honey uses, is the Righteous Sound, and his tone is just monstrous. Heartcaster bridge, Chinese, Seymour Duncan, Squire.
You can never go wrong with Seymour Duncan. I've always loved Seymour Duncan.
On an Epiphone SG body, it's a SG special, and so it was actually a decent guitar. That came to me like this from an old girlfriend's brother's estate after he was murdered in a pawn shop robbery. We went over to help her clean out all of his stuff. It took her and her husband like 3 hours to get into his apartment just to get through the front door.
Damn.
Because of all the stuff that he had left over from his days of having a guitar shop and a gun shop.
Oh, geez.
So he was over looking for guitar stuff and was murdered. The guy got, the death penalty, so good riddance to garbage.
Yeah, for sure.
The getaway driver got 2 40-year sentences. He's like, he could have taken a plea bargain. He's like, I'll take my chances, dumbass. Nope. We're paying for him to live for 40 years, or 80 years, actually. He'll never get out. So that's good. And so the first time I tried to play this thing, I saw this guitar and I'm like, we have a guy in our band named Care Bear. He hasn't played with us in like 6 years since the gathering of the Juggalos, or the Juggalo tour. And I saw this and said, got to make that for Care Bear. But then I let a bunch of high school kids borrow it for their rendition of the SpongeBob SquarePants musical. And this thing looks so good on stage. I'm like, okay, I have to use that myself. And so that's where this thing came from. And I just rebuilt it, put acrylic over here to fill in the areas where there used to be a pickup here and the pickup was here. And so all this is filled in with acrylic now, even though you can't see it. It needed to be there to stabilize the neck and to stabilize the bridge too. And embedded in the acrylic there is a Michael Starr guitar pick and a Satchel guitar pick from Steel Panther, because I did some work with them last year.
Oh, no joke. That is wild. Yeah. Oh, that is wild. I actually...
See, normally I'm a concert lighting director, and the green jello is my hobby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that is wild. It's weird. I've come to know, over the years, I've come to know quite a few guitar techs and just different people. Like, I've become good friends with Marky Ray, the rock and roll mercenary. He used to be the guitar tech for the Toadies and Butthole Surfers and Ministry too. So it's kind of cool getting to know different guitar techs and finding out different stuff and the different guitar techs in the industry. So it's really, 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 really cool. So that's really, really awesome, and it's cool seeing your collection too and finding out the stories in it. So I did want to let you know we have secured enough to get the deposit for the location in Hollywood. So
I saw that.
So we have got that down. So the exciting news on that. So I awesome on that. I did want to say thank you for sitting down with us, sharing your stories, and I know you guys are coming to Missouri again. Hopefully we can make it out and catch you guys there
sometime in September. We're doing Lance Palooza again.
Yeah, I think you're doing what? You're doing Perryville. That is from where?
That's where Lance Palooza is. Lance is a Tool fan and Green Jello fan. who reached out to us to play a birthday party for him, and he told Bill the story. Bill's like, "Of course, we have to do it." So it
Yeah.
was just me, Jella, and Sam with Bill, with Jella on guitar and me on bass, and we had a great time.
Yeah, that's
We
about
played. We did an assembly at the junior high school in St. Genevieve,
yeah, that's
and one little
about
girl looks at me and goes, "How does he look so much like Jack Black?" And they had me quoting Jack Black from the Minecraft movie all day.
yeah, it's about 2.5 hours from where we're at. I want
Yeah.
to say roughly. So, but if we get a chance, we will make it out. We'll make it out there to see you guys. But yeah, hopefully. But
Oh yeah.
thank you for sitting down and showing the collection, having a chance to just sit down, go over your collection, and share some of your stories for us. Really, really appreciate it. It's great sitting down with you, and just
Yep.
thank you so much. I appreciate it,
Pleasure to
man.
be here.
So I really, really
Yep.
appreciate it. And I'm all glad you got your stuff back. For those who don't know, your storage unit got broken into, and you had some of your gear stolen. Luckily, they did catch the person,
Yeah, they
and
stole my Mustang amp and all my good lighting stuff, but they left my Trace Elliott bass amp. I'm like, that's the most valuable thing I have in there, you idiot.
yeah, yeah,
But
that would have been the most.
the manager of I was paid out an insurance payment that covered maybe 20% of what I lost. So fortunately I got a lot of the stuff back. There's still a few things that are missing and I'm buying replacements. The guy emailed me this morning. He's like, "Hey man, do you still need those?" I'm like, "Yeah, not until April, but I need them."
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least you got your stuff back, and at least they
And
left the Trace Elliott.
they left my Minecraft guitar in there. I'm like, wow.
I can't believe they
I
left the
have this
Trace Elliott amp. That is the wild thing. They left the Trace Elliott amp. If anybody knew anything about music
right.
gear, that would have been. If they knew music gear, that probably would have been the first thing they grabbed right out the bat. If they actually knew music gear.
Yeah, it's one of the early transistor, half tube amps.
Oh
And
shit! So they were
man, it
just
was one of
grabbing
those things.
whatever. So
Yeah,
so they
and
didn't
with
know
that thing
music.
cranked up on full, the sound coming out of it is just absolutely monstrous.
Oh god, yeah.
I've
So
got to
it's
duplicate that with this little Mustang Micro for the European tour that we're doing in May.
oh geez, oh geez. No, I know those Trace Elliott's. I jammed with. I know there's a guy I jammed with many years ago. I know the Trace Elliott amp you're talking about because the guy had one. It was the first time he actually had a first time I'd ever seen a bass with like it had a whammy bar on it. It had and it was
Yeah,
wild. And he had one of those Trace Elliott amps, and it was just oh my goodness, that thing was just lush. Just the
it's
tones that
punchy.
came out of that amp was just
I first saw
insane.
them at Rock and Robin Guitars in 1985 here in Houston, and the first time I played through it, I was like, "Ooh, it's really is a life changing sound. It sounds so much better than the Ampeg SVTs. It's just Ampeg's better known, and they're not made by Peavey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean, he actually said his ex-wife told him to sell it, and that's why he got divorced. so
Yep.
yeah, yeah. So yeah.
Well, my
So I don't.
first one I bought while I was still married, and my buddy's like, he picked it up and he goes, "What is this?" I'm like, "It's nothing. You want $100 for it?" He's like, "Sure." I'm like, "Okay." So I gave him $100 for it. And then my ex-wife and I moved out to Vegas, and I sold it on eBay for $600.
Oh
It's like
gee.
I finally get my Trace Elliott, and I got to sell it. Then I picked up the one I have now for like 400, something like that, maybe 10 years ago.
Oh geez. But the well at least they left at least they left that because they're beautiful. That's a beautiful sounding beautiful, beautiful,
Yes,
beautiful sounding amp. But again, thank you for your time and enjoy the beautiful weather there because we're sitting at like 18 degrees right now. We're getting down to two.
it's going to be 70 degrees where I'm at tomorrow when I run away with the circus in Austin.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We're getting snow tomorrow. We're getting snow tomorrow.
See,
So
That's why I don't live in Kansas City anymore. Exactly that reason. Snow.
Yeah, we're I'm about an hour and a half outside of St. Louis. So, all right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much. And hopefully we can catch up again sometime soon. You have a good one, Al. Thank you so much, bud.
Yep.
I
I'll see you in
appreciate it.
September.